$217.
What do you look at?
After that,
Well, I'm looking down the road, look at per square yard, material information, the material that we,
I'll think of what I want. And then that's dispersion, but
this would be to have a DIY workshop on the next year. 50 bags.
so we can, I mean, this is probably, I mean, and this one is $70, this is small. But I'll flip this.
Where does the material come from?
Wholesale.
Online or is it
Tell them
local?
to dredge down the ground.
We can find those.
And he earmarked that to go from a bail fund, and I just forgot to note it in the,
But the cheapest price that I've seen for geotag is, how are you?
It's that time.
So a baby bag will cost maybe at least $50, and, so per square
Do
yard.
we have an agenda?
Putting a different
The
one.
agenda today is to talk about, implementing Swift Council Managed Finance, and to cover there are a couple things that Mike wanted to talk about that are just kind of dispersal of it, if he doesn't understand, and then, just figuring out the relationship between direct action and finance and
I actually just need to get my disbursement and go, because I'm on doctor's bed rest, so that's what we agreed to last meeting, so I'd like to be the first agenda item on that, and go.
That seems great. The only thing that, I would love to clarify, with you is what you said verbally, is that you guys, half of all the money you get, you give to.
Yep, we have $14, and we offered to give it to them last meeting, they said to continue to track it separately, so we would owe you $7. We received $8 and $6, it was not directly earmarked to us. So we have that, if you guys would like it, I tried to give it to you last meeting,
Okay, all right,
and I
well,
was told to continue to track it separately.
yes, most of
So if we can do that,
so vehicles and that, so we got $1 for it.
what is the treasury getting?
did that clarify it?
That's fine.
We've had one donation, from, Occupied Greenville of $120,
Okay,
60 for, campers, 60 for legal fund.
cool.
Here's 60. And like that, if you'd like to take delivery on that now,
Is that all of the donations that have come into Occupy Asheville in the last week? Nothing else has come in? Wow.
Hopefully, we can just get to the point where we don't need GA.
Yeah, well, that's resolved, and hopefully we'll get to the point where, you guys are wanting to develop a relationship where half of our earmarked funds, even our earmarked funds can go to, because we've raised almost $300 this week.
That is exactly the conversation I would like to have.
Yeah, on the 28th, we can do that at OpenGA when we reevaluate. Because this is supposed to be handled with a finance committee, there was supposed to be a 7-person committee, and if you guys gel and make that happen, that's not the place to be negotiating, so as of the 28th, we can gladly do that in OpenGA, that was the process that was set up.
All right, well, that's going to take a minute, and we'll, let's work on it.
yeah.
I'm just curious where this, when do we get this group of people that is going to make finance happen?
Right,
So it's off
this is
my,
the group.
okay, sweet,
Who's on the committee?
yeah.
There's
Right
no, it's totally volunteer right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was supposed to be a 7-person committee created.
That's right, we're working on it, from what we have right now.
We have 3 campers, 4 maybe, who definitely need to be on it, and I think are trustworthy.
Can you get that problem?
Anything under $1 million.
Cool. Not at all. Do you want to do the disbursement on the 7, or should we just continue to track it separately until it's sizable? Okay.
What we have right now on the new finance working group is 3 people, me, Kimberly, and Ryan. These are the 3 people who is Kimberly.
She's with Les.
Yeah, she's with Lex. She was volunteered to put her hand up at the General Assembly, as was Ryan. There was a co-treasurer, he quit. We had a couple of advisors, they quit. So right now, the financial working group is 3.
I'd like to be on that
And we're
committee.
working on have to take that at General Assembly when we put your stuff.
So what is this meeting for then, if we're not gonna accomplish
That's
what
what
the
it
plan is?
I think the affiliate,
Patience, please, please.
Believe me,
we
it's been
really
4
think.
weeks running patient with just talking about it and doing absolutely nothing.
Well, as a person who has donated $1,200+, I gave you a sleeping bag, recall that, and all the silverware, I have all the receipts in my backpack right now that shows, I mean,
We need to reimburse you then.
I don't want reimbursement, but.
That's where I'm at too, I don't know.
But the point that I'm involved here is because, it's not just a one-way ticket. There are other people who are contributing financially, who need to be
100%.
involved in the financial process. It shouldn't just be 100% Camper.
It's not.
No, that's not.
They're
what
just saying that they're here and present and willing to participate.
Right.
Right. I mean,
Awesome,
we are
thank you,
gonna
Mike.
tell this to HB campers and people that aren't campers as well.
I thought there was gonna be one representative from every working group.
That would be nice.
Hey, Caleb.
So the whole run around stops. Thank you for that sleeping bag, by the way.
I'm more than happy to do it, but I feel like I'm not getting the clarity that I'm wanting either out of what I
What
think
are
the
you
donation.
trying to clarify?
Well, I don't really understand, I mean, if a person like myself has made direct donations, which I have, which have not been entered into the book, and then later on, a need comes up again, and I don't know that it's really being acknowledged that there are people who are trying to build us Cleveland. And so I just, and I'm unclear if the emergent needs get 50% of the treasury, but then you come back and you request more reimbursement outside of that, how does that work?
Yes.
Well, if they did, once again, if we go back to the meeting minutes, I know that it's uncomfortable for everybody to have one person go through. All I'm doing is serving as a point person, and that's why 4 or 5 people who have chosen to allow me to represent them in that manner are always with me when we do this stuff. I was set up as the administrator of that fund. I believe that what is specifically being referred to is $100 worth of tubs that happened in the middle of the night. I was called for a disbursement and said, we don't have the budget for that. They said, why do we have no money? I said, because money's tied up in PayPal. And I was asked by Victor, well, what do we do? And I said, well, the only way to access funds that would be our funds would be if you were to receive a funding stream loan until the PayPal thing is cleared up. But I haven't been successful in that, and I don't think that that's a possibility tonight. At which point, I hung up the phone. And I represent and would have talked to the group about that. That was not authorized. I'm the point person for that. And it's been very unfortunate and really challenging for a lot of folks. The reason that I'm serving as point person is because I'm in contact directly with the people. So when we go to coordinate it, it's very challenging for others who don't know how to get a hold of somebody who doesn't have a phone. I can find them in 1 minute. So it's until we get to the place where that group of people can interact more successfully with the larger assembly as a whole that I serve as an intermediary. That's the only reason. And I think that if we don't acknowledge that there's a class communication problem, it can be very challenging. And I've spoken with folks who do the anti-racism and the anti-classism about the language regarding it. There is a difference in the people